Hey, good morning and welcome back to Mobility Duo. We are going to be focusing on hip, knee, and ankle mobility today. So if you struggle with any of those, I'm going to show you guys a quick little 10-minute yoga flow that will help open up space in those areas. So if you haven't been here before, my name is Sarah. The other half to the duo is Mark. We are a husband and wife team who focus on personal training, physical therapy, massage therapy, and yoga for predominantly snowboarders. So if you're new, welcome, and this should be a really quick flow because honestly my memory card only has like 14 minutes available, so let's go. We're gonna start in the back of the mat, and I know you probably can't see me up there, but you'll be fine. So feet together, standing up nice and tall. We're gonna hinge at the hips, bringing your chest to your thighs. So bend your knees as much as you need to bring your chest to your thighs right here. And then you can just relax your arms down, grabbing each elbow, and you can relax your head and breathe. Good. Really allow yourself to weigh heavy like you're a giant rag doll. And breathe. And we're going to go ahead, place our hands onto the ground, and then coming up onto our tippy toes, bending our knees even more, bringing our hips to our heels. High tippy toes, and you can bow your head to your knees. And let's go back and forth between those two. So pressing back up into that forward fold. Again, thighs on and chest meet. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And then exhale, tippy toes, heels and butt meet, head to knees. Let's go one more time of each. Pressing up in that forward fold. And then exhale, tippy toes, knees to head. Beautiful. And pressing up for the last time into that forward fold. From here, just heel toe your feet away from each other. About a little bit wider than hip width, about the size of your mat if you have one. And then from here, we're just going to slowly bend at our knees as much as we can, walking our hands between our legs, here we go, into a yogi squat. Breathe. And again, hinging with the hips up. You can rock side to side at the top if you like, just being playful. And then sitting your hips down, chest up. Let's do that 2 more times. So hips up, chest down, forward fold, and then exhale or inhale, yogi squat. 1 more of each. Exhale, pressing up. And on your next inhale, coming back down into that yogi squat. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to go back up into that wide-legged forward fold, and then just start walking your hands out into a downward dog position. So bring your feet a little bit closer. So in downward dog, we don't need to have straight legs because then usually we round our spine. So bend your knees, press your hips up to the ceiling, get your ears between your arms, and then press one heel down to the ground and then the other. This is so good for your hamstrings, your calves, your glutes. Breathe. And now any way you want to, we're going to take that right foot in between the hands. So you can step with control, that right foot between the hands, into that lunge, opening up that left hip. Breathe. And then from here, we're just going to drop the back heel down, windmill our arms up into a warrior 2. So in a warrior 2, you want to make sure you can still see your big toe. So make sure you bring your knee out to the right a little bit and forward, making eye contact with your big toe. Say hello. And breathe, really opening up this back hip here. Beautiful. And then we're just going to slowly start to straighten that front leg as you hinge forward, reach, 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 reach. And then just windmill your arms, one to the leg, one to the ceiling. Opening up adductors and the hip on that front leg. And to come out of it, start to bend into that front knee, bringing the hands back into that warrior two. And then we're gonna windmill the arms down to frame the foot. And while we're here, we might as well do a twist. So go ahead, keep your left hand on the ground as you take your right hand up to the ceiling. And exhale that hand back down to the ground. Beautiful. From here, we're just gonna rotate into a side lunge, so a skandasana. So side lunge on that same right leg, pressing into it, making sure your knees always go out. This is a really good hip opener. And breathe. And pressing the ground away till you're standing up, making sure you're even on your mat. Perfect. And then we're gonna go down on the other side. So skandasana, side lunge on the left leg. Just breathing here for a second, opening up those hips. And let's go ahead into a lunge over that left leg. Now we're gonna do everything we've already did before. So we're gonna go ahead, drop that back heel down to the ground, windmill the arms up into that warrior two. So again, make sure you can see that big toe. So that knee goes a little bit to the left of the back of the mat and then a little bit forward, making eye contact with your toe. Arms out, parallel to the ground. Breathe, opening up that back hip. And then start to straighten out that front leg. Reach forward with that left hand. Reach, 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 reach. And windmill the arms. Left hand down to the leg, right hand up to the ceiling. Breathe. And slowly start to bend into that front knee as you bring your arms up into that warrior two. Good. From here, windmill the arms down, going into that high lunge, framing that left foot. And again, going into that twist. So keep your right hand on the ground. As you inhale, take the left hand up to the ceiling. Breathe. And on your next exhale, bringing that left hand back down to the ground. From here, rotating into that skandasana on the left side, that side lunge. Pressing that knee away. Breathing. And pressing up into a standing fold. Now from here, make your toes a little bit pigeon-toed. And then we're going to hinge at the hips, lead with our chest to the ground as you fold forward, maybe placing your hands on the ground and keeping it here. Maybe bending your elbows and letting yourself fall a little bit deeper. And if you want a little extra, you can always interlace your hands behind your back as well. Beautiful. And when you're ready, pressing back up to a flat back, hands on your hips, and then hinging all the way back up. Yes, and then rotating those feet out a little bit, going into that skandasana on the right side, that side lunge. Good. From here, we're gonna pivot over that right foot into that high lunge position. And then we're gonna press back into our downward dog, pressing one heel down to the ground and then the other. And breathe. And go ahead, drop your knees nice and wide, untuck your toes, sit your hips back onto your heels and your forehead to the ground. Child's pose. Just breathing. Beautiful. Slowly starting to walk your hands up until you're seated on your heels. And sitting on your heels is really good for ankle mobility. So if this is painful at all, roll up a towel, put it under your ankles, and slowly by slowly you can start using smaller towels or smaller material to open up that space more. So if this is comfortable for you, great. And if it's not, let's start using those towels. Okay. That's it. Okay, that was it. I think it was shorter, maybe even like 7 minutes, which is Perfect. If you tried this and you liked it, let me know please, and I will have more SNOGA stuff coming to you guys soon, working on upper body and twists as well, because we all know that's good for throwing any kind of rotations. But hips, knees, and ankles are really the most important for getting low and shock absorbing and being more playful with your movements. So let me know what you think, and I will see you guys next time.